Hi you guys, it's Evelyn, Twin Flames 3344. I did this segment of my video and it dropped off, and I did the second half, and then when I went back to the first half it was gone. So I'm just going to quickly read through this. It's only a page or so of information, but I didn't want you to miss the complete read from the other part posted. So this was the beginning of the read for today for the Divine Masculine Twin Flames. And it was for September 15th today at 2019. 15 is the devil energy, as you all know. It's also the 6 of love, family, and community. And the day added up today to the 36, which was really important because it's the 10 of wands. It's taking on so much that you're going to break. And it's very much the energies today. Also, River Phoenix came through today, so when I pulled cards for that energy coming through, I got 36 again. So it's very much the weight of the world upon your shoulders, that Atlas energy for today. And the devil, like, you know, heal your own codependencies and addictions before the universe pushes you to do it yourself, or you get hurt because you're carrying too much. So before I started the read today for the Divine Masculine Twin Flames, and I did the all 12 cards today too after the Divine Masculine, so you can see that in the part 2. The Fly, the movie, came up before I started the read today, and when I pulled a card from the Kipper deck, the Child came out, and the underlying energy was the Lovers. So it's very much the feminine child within was coming up, as well as feminine children, and just children who are in need of something, whatever it may be. The read started at 11:30 to 31. 30 is the 4 of Wands, and 31 the 5 of Wands, so very much the energy of stability and change and expansion all at the same time. And it's interesting that that 4 and 5 is coming up, because in the read later, the 3 and 4 came up a couple times with the Emperor and the Empress. And this is also the 3 and 4. And I'm losing my voice a little bit of the 3 and 4 for the Emperor and the Empress, because definitely some issues with the Emperor and the Empress today. So the major arcana for the masculine read were the Chariot and the Star. Solar Deity came up before the read. I always pull a few cards before and after and use them in the read. Solar Deity came up before the read, and then after the read we had also the Great Wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune in the Sirian Starseed deck, as well as the Abundance card, which is like the Empress. There were 3 Pentacles, 3 Wands, and 3 Swords, so 3, 3, 3. There were no cups at all. The court cards were Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, King of Swords. Before the read was the Knight of Pentacles, and after the read was the 9, or it was actually in the read, but the 9 of Pentacles isn't a court card, but I see it as such a lot of the time. It's about that sovereign energy. The code line was all about love and intuition, and the only number that came up on the code line today was 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune, so that was very positive. The Wheel of Fortune was definitely upright today. We had 8, 9, 10 begin again. There wasn't much in the numbers. There were no double digits today. We had 3, 3, 3, 8, 9, 10, and then we had 14 and 48. 14 is the Temperance card, the angels, the patience and balance, and the 48 of the the 8 of Cups, walking away or within. And lesser so, we had 13, 34, 47, and 78. The Death card, the 8 of Wands, the 7 of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles, which is like, you know, that ultimate dream family at the end of the deck, the 10 of Pentacles. The message here around the love and intuition today was very much about the 10 of Flames, so that came up in the code line as well. So today really the read was all about that energy, the weight of the world upon your shoulders. And also Cha came up, and the R. So for the masculine, to add the divine feminine, because you're connected to the feminine, you both have masculine and feminine, but when you need to connect more to your feminine, you connect with your actual feminine in the etheric realms, and that is the feminine attribute, is being able to connect with the etheric realms, as opposed to the masculine being more grounded to the earth. But for the masculine to add their feminine energy of the chase, the high vibration of the flames regarding community and roots, and the color red of the root chakra, or in a mass riot situation, coming into it, pulling more from your feminine than your masculine to calm down the situation. After death, the number 7 was coming up, the calm before the storm, that silence, the buildup of energy to manifest each person a seeker or a student. Those who seek the R, and R is coming up as pi of the P with a tail, which is connection for me. So it's like the pi, a circle with a line down the middle for me is the centered human, the source energy contained in a human body and centered between the masculine and feminine, reaching out to others. With physical burdens, Atlas again, the weight of the world upon your shoulders, and the twin flames, the 10 of flames, the high vibration of flames, the masters of love and intuition. After death in the feminine and the chase, the higher energy now of the divine feminine is the key, the high vibration of flames, coming together with the masses, going out to the public. And then pi, connecting with love, using your love and intuition. Also, Children's Healthcare Alliance came up, so very much about children's causes today. And to also add the Chariot to the nth degree, because the Chariot comes in as both twins in the Chariot together, or even in their own chariots together, to the nth degree, each seeing their key piece, the pi connection, the Atlas of the high vibration of the flames, and going out to the community in centeredness, and being that pi, centered, reaching out to others to connect with the root, the red, in order to transmute other energies in the collective. So a couple other things came up online as well, nothing major, but anyone have a top 5 or 10 flames goals for this put together? So obviously they were talking about the flames, but it comes up around the flames. So that was from Reddit. And the second one was from Yogscast, Pandora.com, or whatever it is, a game site, the Yogscast. So 6 frisky flames, which is funny, came up. The campaign for high rollers, D&D, so that can be Divine Director, but for me it's also Metatron and Michael. He is Atabaxi, Sorcerer. 6 is serious and professional, but also curious regarding ancient treasures. So for me that was coming up about some of the masculines liking antiques. And then it is curiosity, that his curiosity is more motivated by the pursuit of knowledge, and he has little. So it was funny, because it wasn't the real end of the sentence, but the way it came up was funny, because it's saying the masculine, being so grounded and very intellectually and logically based, is missing out on all the other knowledge, the etheric realms. So not to say that they're not smart, because they really are. Chariot reversed is how we started out with the read, and you'll see that in the second part of this video. With the Knight of Pentacles upright, the Seven of Pentacles reversed, and the Sun reversed underneath the Chariot reversed as the underlying energy. And I couldn't find the Seven of Pentacles in the mini deck at all at that time, so it was like the Divine Feminine's Heart, because that's the card in the Syrian Starseed deck that I see as the Divine Feminine's Heart. It was kind of AWOL, playing hard to get. And then I found it, so not too hard to get. Stuck, broken, worn out, canceled, a move or a trip after an offer of help to implement going forward, but drained, sick, or just not in the mood. The workplace, church, or place of honoring, co-creation, or couldn't make it to a ceremony, or coming together was canceled, or a car broke down on the way. And this is at 12:01. 12 is the Hangman, 1 is the Magician. So drained, sick, and again we're in the Divine Masculine Twin Flame read. It'll apply to the Divine Masculine within the Feminine as well. And also, I can't remember what I was going to say, but either way, you know, it's a general read. If it resonates with you, it does. If it doesn't, it's a general read. You can always order a private session from me or anyone else on YouTube. There are a lot of many good readers out there, okay? So at 12:01, drained, sick, overexposed, overradiated, sunburned, burned, sundowning, or the sun going down on me, late afternoon or evening, grounding and integrating an offer of love or friendship or an activity that you love to do because you're now out of commission due to extreme pain, back pain, that the car's out of commission, death, betrayal, the masculine may be dead tired, or getting a massage or acupuncture treatments. The messenger of truth comes in with some truth to stop a fight or to cheer on a game or competition. The Knight of Pentacles may have offered a ride if necessary to an event that someone's car broke down, A little girl or the Divine Feminine's inner child. The sealed Divine Feminine awaits at the 5D gate to receive his offering of a gold coin, but he, without opportunity or gold coin to give, so he feels. The world incomplete, and she in another world, in need of his help, the Divine Masculine may expect the Divine Feminine to come back to the 3D to help him come over the bridge to the 4D, or the 4D bridge. The goal is clear skies. The Divine Feminine may be smaller and shorter than the Divine Masculine's growth, choosing a path prior to the new life, standing up for self and fending off others. When autocumulus clouds roll in, when it's not so easy, that's when the real challenge comes in. The goal is to get the football through the center of the 2 posts, meeting halfway or in the middle of that 4D bridge, the Horseshoe Bay portal, the Divine Triangle, Bermuda, Omega 24, the Queen of Wands for a manicure, and hedge funds, perhaps. Pocahontas, Dark X, marks the spot. Akashic Records and Book of Job came up here. I have no idea where that came from, so if you want to open just randomly to a part in the Book of Job, see what comes up. You're welcome to place that in the comments. I'd love to hear. So the Dark X marks the spot. Akashic Records, Book of Job, Jocelyn, Porcelain, and Fringe Boots. James Taylor, Live and Let Die, the Florida Everglades, and the Poochie Man instead of Pokemon. So someone's complaining about their partner's pooch. The X insulting and holding back money or new life, and the Divine Masculine must stand up to the Dark X, pirating Pirates of the Caribbean, Indian Oceanic tribute, or snake or lizard reptilian in the grass, hiding, spying, becoming unhinged, leaving a dark book by the doorway. Black, red, and white Vikings delight, red sun at dawn, and now we belong. American Indians and American Constitution, the dark book to them, just depends on your perspective. Euro-India Gateway as well, parallels Britain to India, to the Americans and the Indians, never able to get a new life off the ground. The 49th parallel, the 49th degree north of the equator, slightly more light than dark, more alkaline than acidic, the same thing. Europe, Asia, Pacific Ocean, North America, and Atlantic Ocean is all on the 49th parallel. Paris is 15 kilometers or 9 miles south of the 49th, the largest city between the 48th and 49th parallel. In the U.S., the border is U.S. and Canada, but it doesn't go up to Niagara Falls because then it's just up in Canada. Point Roberts at Washington State, and Lake of the Woods and Canada. 1818, and the piece of the Louisiana Purchase comes up here. Part of that had to be ceded to Canada, and then part of it ceded to Britain at the time, and then part of that to the U.S. to make it more of an even border. But that was coming up as the year 1818, and that revolved around North Dakota. What was I going to say? Cadota? There's some kind of coding coming out there, but between North Dakota and Minnesota. And then the 38th parallel was coming up around the division of North and South Korea, and the 1945 split, 45 being the 5 of Cups, that mourning energy, okay? It also goes through Japan, North San Francisco, and south of DC, south of St. Louis as well. And the time here is 1240, which is the Hangman, and the Page of Cups, which is very much the Jesus on the cross energy, which was coming up today as well. So from here goes into the second part. So this part's very short, but I just wanted to make sure you got the whole read so you'd understand how it was prefaced before the rest of the read. So I'm going to get going, but make sure to connect to the second part of the read, because I definitely had River Phoenix coming through today. It was very cool. I wish you could have seen me receiving that information, but I pulled cards when I was alone, since that's when I was doing the read. So rise and be love, you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.